Yeah, boys. Um, I normally don't make vids like this, but it's just that I can't really work where I want to work right now. So I'm just doing one sitting down on my bed right now. But today we're reacting to 18 Evil Weapons of Mass Destruction by JR Research. Check him out, man. He's a pretty cool YouTuber. He has his videos are a little short, but it's cool. I still fuck with him. Type shit. Hold on, though. Bro, when you sit for a long period of time, bro, my fucking back, dog. It's like, bro, that shit is annoying. What I'm just gonna do is sitting down on the floor. I'm not, I ain't gonna do this like this. Who gives a fuck, bro? Damn, shit don't matter. I'm trying to look for somewhere to sit because there's a fan right in front of me. I don't want to sit right next to a fan type shit. Here comes that cold water, that cold wall. Hold on. Yeah, there you go. You gotta do that bit fast, man, and quick too, bro. This shit probably gonna be making a sound, bro. So I didn't want to do it here, dog. No, bro. Just mute my mic. Thanks. Nah. Okay, bro. I'm chopped as hell, bro.
Start the video. Greek fire. This weapon was used by the Eastern Roman Empire beginning in 672 AD. Greek fire is an incendiary weapon that was primarily used to set ships on fire. The flames this weapon produces is incredibly powerful and is able to burn through stone and even iron. The fire was usually shot through a nozzle using a siphon. However, it occasionally was wrapped in cloth and flung using catapults, which created an engulfing explosion. Getting this stuff on you or your boat would be an automatic death sentence, as it can't easily be extinguished. Beyond this, the substance that burned was incredibly sticky and repelled water. This unfortunately meant that the fire burned on top of
My nigga. So napalm? What the fuck? All right, all right. I guess because he said fire resistant, sticky. I said probably medieval or Greek napalm, low key.
the water and stuck to enemy skin. Boats and other seafaring ships didn't stand a chance, as this was essentially an early napalm. The only hope you could have is by pouring sand onto the flames or dousing yourself in vinegar, both being rare occasions at sea. The recipe to make Greek fire was ultimately lost to time, as the only people who knew how to make it ultimately perished. Archimedes' Death Ray. Bringing a death ray to a conflict seems like a surefire way to secure victory before any battle even begins. This death ray was an assortment of mirrors angled towards a single point. This point was usually an enemy ship that was far enough away that they couldn't retaliate. The mirrors would concentrate the energy from the sun towards these ships in order to set it ablaze. The ray would be upwards of 1000 degrees Fahrenheit, which would be enough to severely roast and char any potential enemies. Passengers on this ship would be forced to jump overboard as their ship spontaneously combusts. If your enemy is using death rays and all you have is some mid-century cannons, you may want to consider switching sides. That is, if this contraption was actually effectively used. Lots of research went into determining the function of this death ray and the practicality of its use. Researchers found that such a weapon would be possible, but only in very specific conditions. Unfortunately, these conditions weren't typically available, so most times this death ray was more of a death dust collector. The Claw of Archimedes. This guy Archimedes, he's a creative guy. The Claw of Archimedes was also created by the absolute madman that is Archimedes himself. This weapon is the definition of the first idea that comes to mind. Archimedes, the ships are approaching, quick, what do we do? Claw. What? Wait, he's right. Claw. Are y'all insane? Mad with power. I didn't say mad, I said, quick, get my blueprints. This is gonna be epic. This claw was controlled using a pulley system from the other side of the
You
wall.
don't get no
It was basically a
motherfucking
crane
cannon
that
bomb.
had
Blow
a
that
claw at the
bitch
end
up.
of it,
Fuck you
used to
talk
ward
about.
off enemy ships. When they got close enough, the claw would lift the ship high into the air and then drop it. This would of course damage the ship and fling individuals overboard. Other times, the claw would capsize the ship like it was a toddler playing with toys in a bathtub. This claw tore through ships as if they were made of paper mache and left only wreckage and carnage in its wake. It was always best to jump overboard lest you come into contact with this fearsome destroyer. Urumi. Inventing new weapons can be difficult and take lots of time. So instead of creating something from scratch, designers can combine elements of other weapons to get interesting designs. That's basically what the Urumi is, a combination of two dangerous weapons brought together in a devastating amalgamation. The weapons combined have the sharpness of a sword and the whipping of, well, a whip. This sword whip was a destructive tool that caused severe damage to those it was used on. It was most useful for a warrior when they are alone and have to fight multiple opponents. The Urumi could also...
But you know something about that shit, bro? I know for a fact when that nigga whipped them motherfuckers, but that shit was backlashing on him. If you ever like had a belt or a whip or anything that can whip, well, you know what I mean, bro. And when that shit hits you, oh my god, and he probably couldn't even break it too. That shit would probably cut his hands. It's a W weapon, but if you fuck up or you get or this shit, yeah, if you fuck up, that's it. You know what I'm saying? That's it.
also be worn like a waistband, which allowed it to be carried inconspicuously. This weapon is incredibly deadly to opponents as they are literally being whipped with swords. Lacerations and deep slashes in the skin are the typical effects of this deadly tool. The weapon is so dangerous that it can easily damage the user if not handled correctly. Today, it's not used much as a weapon anymore, instead as a very dangerous prop in performance arts. Boiling oil. This terrible form of medieval protection was used on enemies of a siege battle. As these armored soldiers climbed up the wall, boiling hot oil was poured down. The oil would hit the face of the unsuspecting victims and melt their skin away. This oil
Definitely
would
getting a
also
job
seep
done.
into the armor and cause severe third-degree burns. Trying to take the armor off would only make it worse as you would inevitably end up slipping and falling to your death. This would definitely be to your benefit though, as it would finally put an end to your misery. Boiling oil was not practiced as much as the media may lead you to believe. This is because oil was a rare resource and pouring it out isn't exactly how you save resources. However, in a siege, it's hard to say that saving resources would be a priority as you're mainly focused on your survival. Anyway, that's all I have for this video. Stay cool and peace out.
Man, the VID. I'ma catch up boys tomorrow, man.